Need to get into the story with Candiace Dillard Bassett from Real Housewives of Potomac. All right, let's go ahead and share the screen. She made some interesting comments in an interview with Mona, aka Don't Call Me White Girl, over there on Breakbeat Media. Now, Breakbeat Media, know they be listen. Between Mona's show over there, Suge Knight's podcast, there's a whole lot going on over there at Breakbeat. All right. Let me know that you guys can hear me and see me. We're going to go ahead and play this and get right on into it. I know it takes a little bit for all the notifications to go out. Oporio, what's going on? Said, hey, Storm. Hey. What's up with you? Okay. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Let's go.
Oh my God, no.
But that wasn't like a thing. That was just his thought.
Yeah.
And we moved past it. But
Right.
like, no, one thing I will say, I do have a fear of having light skin.
Ooh.
I want my kids to be brown.
Yeah.
But they're probably not going to be brown.
Yeah.
And I'm like becoming okay
You
with
might
it.
have a demo.
I will be very happy. I will, but I want my kids to be brown.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not, it's fine. And I'm like, but your wife is.
Oh my God, no.
But that wasn't like a thing. That was.
All right. I didn't hear the first. Okay. I couldn't catch the first part of that conversation. But imagine being with a white man. Imagine marrying a white man. And then saying that you want brown children, but you're in an interracial marriage. What sense does that make? And I'm not buying the bullshit. Let's listen to what she said one more time. Hold up.
It was just his thought.
Yeah.
And we moved past it. But
Right.
like, no, one thing I will say, I do have a fear of having light skin.
Ooh.
She said, I have a fear. Fear. Let's look up the definition of fear. See, now I'm pulling a Princella on y'all, but we gotta know that words have meaning. Okay. All right. Fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat. So she fears that having lighter complected children will cause her unpleasant emotion, some sort of pain, or be a threat to her. Oh, see? When you start breaking down words, now it's making sense.
I want my kids to be brown.
Yeah.
But they're probably not going to be brown.
Yeah.
And I'm like becoming okay
You
with
might
it.
have a demo.
I will be very happy.
Also, imagine being this ignorant and being somebody that is currently like struggling to get pregnant. Ain't she over there having fertility issues allegedly? I'm not trying to make fun of it. I'm just being honest. Now, I met Candace in person. I met her last year, and Candace was how can I put it? Candace, I would say, yeah, Candace is dark skinned. Yeah, a dark skinned young lady. Tiny, very slim, was nice enough. But it don't make no sense that you give it a man that looks nothing like you to say that you want children that look like you. That don't make sense. But I said it's one of two things, people. Either she's being completely disingenuous, or she's actually always wanted to be light-skinned. She has always probably envied light-skinned women and the benefits and privileges that they have in society, or even when it comes to the dating marketplace, right? You got to keep in mind, Candace also used to be in beauty pageants. So I can only imagine the racism and colorism and featureism that she endured being in that industry. Not to mention growing up in a well-to-do family, in well-to-do neighborhoods, being the only Black girl. Like it's something about being Black and growing up in all white neighborhoods that really will fuck with your psyche and your self-esteem if you don't have a very strong sense of self. And so I think that either consciously or subconsciously, she's been chasing light-skinnedness and white proximity her whole entire life. Okay? But I think that now, as she has matured and been on this reality show and just, she's in her mid-30s, I think now she is concerned with birthing individuals, especially girls, or a little girl who will not be able to relate to her, who will have a superiority complex over her. There's this movie, it's called Imitation of Life. Wait a minute. This is a good example. I mean, look at how old girl did her mama in this movie. Now I know this was bad. It was set back in the day, and I know times were different. But listen, shit really don't change. It just take on a new face. That's it. Yeah, I can't even watch the ending of Imitation of Life because it's that actress played the hell out of that role. But think about how she treated her mama. I'm just saying. I don't remember this movie. You need to go watch it. She doesn't want to be looked at as the help. Yes, I think now that she is maturing, she's coming to that realization that that's how it may be. I think that even dealing with, Ashley on the show and Giselle and Robin and even Mia and how they carry themselves as light-skinned, almost white passing women, especially Robin. She's afraid of being treated that very same way by her own child or children. That's really what it is. She's afraid of giving birth to something that's going to look down on her. And as smart as she is and as book smart as she is, I would really recommend Candace go sit down in front of a therapist and unpack this fear so that she doesn't give birth to something that she starts to put these irrational fucking fears on. So she doesn't give birth to something that she's jealous of. Because you know what it's really given? It's really given that she's going to give birth to something that she's jealous of. The same way, Candace, your mama is jealous of you. She has a therapist, not her mama though. And she need another. Because Candace ain't nothing but a better looking version of her mama. And look how her mama treat her and bully her. That's another thing. Then Candace, you got these unresolved mommy issues. You gonna get. Let me tell you something. Let Candace give birth to something that's light, bright, almost white, light eyes, curly hair. A child that don't have to go get no nose job the way Candace did. She's just gonna repeat the cycle. She's simply going to repeat the cycle. She know what she wanted when she got with Chris. Yes, he's a white man all day long, but he didn't really have a whole lot of money, and he had other kids, and he had been married before, so he was not, no shade to Chris, he was not a prize. He was not a top shelf Brad. He was portrayed on the show as a bottom shelf Brad. But to be honest, I had to go back and think like, okay, was he really bottom shelf or was he just not a millionaire? You understand what I'm saying? I may be able to afford us a house in a certain neighborhood, but you're used to this. And so you're not, golly, why the camera wanna stay put, bitch? So you're not gonna downgrade. Do you see what I'm saying? So was Chris really broke, or was he just not rich? That's what we don't know. Black people have serious issues. How do you tell somebody with a white parent they're black? Well. I don't know. Just not rich. I don't know. But it's interesting. She's the one who was color struck. Yes. Candace is a part of the problem. But is that not a valid fear to have considering her background? Maybe. But I mean, I think that's something she should be unpacking in therapy, not on a podcast. I'm just saying. Chris comes off more blue collar to me. Exactly. All right, people, we'll be back. We got to come back and talk about Jonathan Majors that is being sued by his ex-girlfriend for defamation. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. I will catch you all later.
It's Storm Show.